Big Bucks, your Seven Burke GM, and folks, I just want to thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. I greatly appreciate you subscribing, liking the page. And before we get things started, I want to give you a worldwide public service announcement.
I guess I'd be so tuned in. I didn't even hear him, but I mean, like, to be like blunt, we don't care at all. Like, we always behind Coach T. Like, the whole world could be chanting fire Coach T. We gonna be with Coach T though. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Us players in the soccer room are behind them. So
The Steelers are sitting atop of the North, leading the division, and you Fredos are chanting and calling for the firing of Mike Tomlin. It is crazy to me. I have never seen anything so absurd in my entire life. You have one of the best coaches in NFL history, and you want to fire that coach and start over. My entire career has been about process improvements, and in that process, you can never go off emotions. You got to have data. So I'm going to give you a little bit of data to help you understand how crazy it is for you to actually think firing Mike Tomlin is a good idea. Since the 1970 merger, we've had 37 new head coaches and new quarterbacks win the Super Bowl within 5 years. Here's a list. You can pause this and you can see how long it's taken for each head coach and quarterback to win the Super Bowl. In addition, I've added the head coaches who have won Super Bowls since this list. That's Doug Peterson with 2 seasons, Nick Sirianni, who took 5 seasons of coaching, but 3 seasons with Jalen Hurts as his starting quarterback, Sean McVay and Matt Stafford, who took 1 season, Bruce Arians and Tom Brady with 1 season, and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, who took 2 seasons before they won their first Super Bowl together. All in all, of the 37 head coaches and new quarterbacks, you have an average of 2.5 seasons before that duo came together and won a Super Bowl. Of course, some people won it in the first year, but the average, the data, the number says it's going to take you 2.5 seasons. Folks, it is asinine to believe that the Steelers have a roster window with the current stars and superstars on this roster of 2.5 seasons. Yet, you want to fire a first ballot Hall of Famer simply because we have not had a roster to win? Since 2021, when Ben retired, we have been rebuilding. And we have been doing that with Mason Rudolph being the highest yards per game quarterback. Mason Rudolph has been giving us the average highest production of yards per game of 238 yards. And folks, that includes Bad Grandpa this season, who's around 211 yards. Mike Tomlin has been winning with much less. With 12 picks next year, you guys don't think that he's going to be able to retool this team and win? And last time I checked, in order to win a Super Bowl, you got to make it to the playoffs. The Steelers are the only team that in a rebuild have made it to the playoffs 4 of the last 5 years. The only team. I found zero data on any other team rebuilding. And when you lose your Hall of Fame quarterback, folks, that is a rebuild. And the Steelers will never say they've been in a rebuild, but they have. They've struggled at replacing the franchise quarterback. Yet, they still made the playoffs. Mike Tomlin, like I've said, is making Kool-Aid no sugar. And you want to fire Mike Tomlin? Absurd. It's lunacy. It is a concept that lacks all logic. It's almost like it's just this blind cult of people who don't care about football. They're just tired of Mike Tomlin. And the NFL and the national media is looking at us like, how dumb can we be? Please give us the guy you want to fire. In addition to leading the North, we of course are the 4th best team in the AFC. And we stepped on the Patriots. I don't get it, people. I think the real problem that you guys are having is this. You know that the Steelers have 12 picks next year. If we get 6 dogs out of these 12 picks, you know that we're going to be dominant. We have the team in place. We're going to be dominant. Of the second-year quarterbacks who are leading the NFL, you see them here. Drake May, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams. They're all young, 23, 24. Guess who's going to be joining that party next year? Will Howard, 24 years old, national champion winner. Will is getting what a lot of quarterbacks don't get. He's getting the ability to sit back and learn from Aaron Rodgers and Tom Arch. He's getting the opportunity to learn the offense so that next season, he's going to come in and compete for QB1. We do have some holes in our offense, people, but I think through the draft next year in Pittsburgh, we're going to have a very good team. I think this team is going to be better than the team we have right now. With these pieces, you're going to see a more dominant Pittsburgh Steelers team. But let me be very clear. Terrell Austin and Arthur Smith will both be coaching next year with Mike Tomlin. And the reason is very simple. TA is not the problem. Arthur Smith is not the problem. They have answers. And when the players execute, we get wins. When they don't execute, it's a loss. It's hard. You can't win without players executing. That's just what this game is.
Man, I've been in the hot seat for 19 years.
Did you feel like you had something to prove to the fans at all?
I always feel like I got something to prove. Not necessarily anyone in particular, but that's just the spirit in which I go about what I do professionally.
What do you expect from the fans Monday night?
Man, I expect them to show up, man. It's Monday Night Football in Acrisure. It's going to be a big game.
I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for liking and subscribing. And remember, I'm here for the smoke, all the smoke, and sometimes nothing but the smoke. So help me God. Be safe and stay dangerous. Subscribe to the page so you can catch my interview with RB1 Jalen Warren.